Not even gonna lie to you.
Hey.
Ooh. Tell you what. Oh, turn it down just a little bit. Man.
Hey y'all, hey, come on in, come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams the redo. Y'all know how we do it. It's Monday, it's 8 something, and it's time for the Caravan of Dreams. Be sure and like and share, like and share. Tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on.
Well. Happy Monday. We missed y'all last Monday. We had this had a snow apocalypse. Might want to talk about some of the survival techniques that we employed. But once again, y'all make sure y'all like and share. Make sure and like and share this out. Tell somebody the Caravan of Dreams redo is on. It's around 8 something. Y'all know how we do it around this time. We're going to have some good conversation. Nice little jazz in the background. Got myself, Johnny J. You got Miss Christie over here. KJ's the MC.
All right. Come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Y'all come on in, like and share. Tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. This is a different Monday from last Monday, huh? Like the weather. Wasn't it super
Totally
week?
different.
Oh my God. Jeez. Y'all come on in so we can talk about this climate control, whatever's going on around here.
Yeah, we might have to give them a couple more minutes. I just turned the Caravan of Dreams on. I got it on every channel except Caravan of Dreams.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna give them a little bit more time.
All right. Come on in. Y'all.
I guess I can go look on my other channels to see who's on that. Cause
I guess I went from your page
Yep. Larry Luciano. How you doing, good man?
too. You're a poet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry, you want to come in and do some poetry tomorrow? Wait a minute, let me bring our faces on. We need to at least do a little bit
Okay.
first.
Why he's like, who am I talking to? Hey y'all, hey.
Okay.
Hey
There you
everybody.
go. Mr. Luciano, you want to come in and do some poetry tomorrow at Wine Wicks? 8:30, was it 8:30 to 11?
I think he's been before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vanessa, how you doing? Come on in, y'all. Let's talk about this snow apocalypse we
Situation.
done been through.
It's snowed yet. I saw it was K10 snow.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's all kind of names out there right now.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, hey. Okay. So, is Mimi on? Or she texted me and asked me who was coming on? All right, y'all, come on in.
Oh gosh, what? Vanessa, hey, you can folk. I guess we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, okay. So, let's talk about last week. So we were not on last Monday. Last Monday was a very different day from this week, from today, should I say. Last Monday, probably around this time, well, for sure. So we had a power outage here at the house. And, of course, like everybody else, we thought it was going to be back on. We thought, hey, it's going to be off for, I don't know, 15, 30, 45 minutes, hour, a couple hours, and, that's what we thought. And then it seemed like it kept growing. It was an hour, a couple hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours.
A day.
So all night. So that was real crazy. And so we, I told Johnny, I said, look, we're gonna get a room because I don't do cold. I do not like to be cold. Period. So I went online and I booked a room, and it was in Grand Prairie. So. And I'm like, hey, we're good, right? And then later on, I called them. I'm like, okay, so I just want to make sure that, the lights are on, because we have family over in that area. And they were like, are the lights on at any of the hotels? Because, essentially they were saying no. And so finally, when I reached someone, they said, I'm sorry, there's no lights, no electricity. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. So at that point, now we're at the gas station, headed over there. So I'm like, okay, I got to find another spot. I found another place. It was way in North Dallas somewhere, like Northwest Highway or something. And so we drove all the way in 2 cars now, all the way to Northwest Highway in Dallas. And now Johnny's sleepy. Okay, so I'm like, all right. And now here's the thing. So we get up to the hotel, pull up with, about 10 cars behind us, everybody coming in, and it's pitch black at this hotel. There is not a light V at this place. So now I'm like, really? So at this point, I'm on desperate level 10 because... So I called the, I don't know, one of those booking something or other. And the lady was like, she said, there's nowhere in the surrounding DFW area. No rooms. And she said, wait a minute, here's one. She said it's $234. I was like, oh my God, for one night? She said, yes, you might want to book it for 2. I was like, Jesus. So here we talking about one room for $234. And now I said, you know what? Fine, go ahead, because it's close to here. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Johnny's sleepy. And she go to book it for me, and she was like, oh, my God. They just raised the price to $359. I said, no, ma'am. I'm not doing that. So there we go. Now we got to come all the way back to Fort Worth. And Johnny's sleepy.
Man, whatever. I made it.
I mean, but you know what said? That's what made me nervous, because you was sleepy. It's ice on the road. I'm like, oh my God.
I was good. Good at the house. That was, let it be known. That was, and I understand. I get it. Chris needs to be comfortable. My wife needs to be comfortable. So.
I don't do cold. I'm sorry.
It hurt my feelings. Charlie Richardson, thank you for watching. Alicia Marie, thank y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all like and share this thing out. But yeah, she don't like cold. I don't like cold either, but she does not like cold. But for me, it was almost kind of a fail for me, because I was trying my best to make her comfortable at the house, but she was like, this ain't it.
Right, it was tried everything. We ran out of wood, like that was crazy. And so OMG. So anyway, needless to say, Jay and Lyric J stayed here with heaters in front of them, and because we did, now mind you, we have a generator. The generator can heat, or should I say can plug up power to space heaters, or one space heater and a microwave, or one, so it's like,
it could be a space heater and a refrigerator, or
right, this one, yeah, it can't do a room full of space heaters. So I I guess at the end of the day, we made it through. I'm sorry, I did go to my mom's because it was just too cold. I'm sorry. So now, I think it came back on the next day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next day we did have power. And so now we're on a hunt for firewood. My daughter gave us a place that was in Forest Hill. It was a tree service. If I tell you, I'm sure that this tree service, Jason probably made about $20,000 that one day because everybody was coming in there getting firewood, paying that little fee, fill up your car with wood kind of thing. So we're ready for the next. Okay, no, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that because we do not want that to happen.
No, there you go.
But in an event that it's cold and we cannot get warm, we do have firewood.
Yeah. I mean, we ran that firewood down pretty good, which it lasted just about till the lights came back on. It depleted all because I remember it went out the morning that you was at your mom's house. Yeah. So, but it took all the firewood. We back on full on that, so we good to go on that one. But Lamisa said she don't do cold either.
Yeah.
Rundle said, the price gouging. Auntie Kitty was like, "Oh my God."
Yes.
And yeah. Oh my God, it's right. $350 for one night. That's like I said. That's a whole week at extended stay.
And I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing about that hotel: the normal price for it was $75.
It's like a 2-star hotel.
Yeah. So they did a lot of price gouging, and I did not get the name of it. The lady that I talked to, she said, I'm going to report them. She said, because they're price gouging. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing. To me, it felt so apocalyptic. It's like, what are we going through right now? You could tell there were cars, people were pulling up in here. Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's trying to find a room. There's no room nowhere. The lady said everywhere in the whole DFW surrounding area, she said there's no rooms anywhere. So to me, it was like, wow, what are we going through right now? And see, here's the thing, you always wonder, you're like, man, there's a hotel, motel on every corner. But guess what? Apparently we need that, because in an event that we, can't be in our homes and we need to get to, they don't have enough hotels to hold everybody. I think it was over 1 million people or homes that were out, power out, as far as that particular day. And they can't house everybody with all the rooms and all that, because here's the thing, when the power goes out, their power go out. Some of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think, and I'm not saying not to do it, I'm not saying it was wrong or nothing like that, but once they gave a lot of the rooms, went to the homeless. A lot of them rooms went to the homeless before we even got into the mode of going to get
because
rooms.
we were thinking, hey, let's help the homeless, so everybody's donating. Like the city, went in together, and I thought that was awesome. The city went in, donated, and got some rooms for the homeless. And
what was the guy's name? I can't even think of the guy's name who organized it. I can't think of his name either. Loco Conroe, what's going on? Thank you for watching, man. Like and share this thing.
But at the end of the day, shoot, we needed some rooms.
Yeah. I mean, if I had it another way out, I mean, they need rooms more than I need rooms. I was good with the generator thing, so really just need to get a bigger generator so we can put more sources on it.
Right.
But other than that, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I mean,
that hotel situation, the food situation,
oh my gosh,
people, man, they just now getting restocked at your Walmarts and your Krogers and all those places. So they ravaged that pretty good. And they had people, but they did have some people that was going out, passing out plates, going out, giving out blankets,
and that was, I think that was awesome.
Water.
I do want to say, matter of fact, here's the thing, and I was going to introduce this, is first of all, anybody out there, did you donate or help the homeless or do something for the community during this whole snow apocalypse thing that we had going on? So if you did, we want to recognize you in a segment we're going to call, What Have You Done for the Community Lately? So,
Really?
so if you are somebody who you did something to help out the community or donated to the homeless or something, then please, we want to recognize you. So let us know that you did.
I would say for them not to recognize themselves, but to nominate somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
To nominate somebody else.
Yeah. Because I just think that, that's what we're here for. Like, I thought it was so, the fact that we knew that cold was coming, and it was like, on Sunday it's going to be really cold. So they wanted to, go and pick up the homeless people and take them down to the hotel, and that, I thought that was great. Like, that was such an awesome thing. And just
it
the
was
fact
people.
that
There was people that was giving away firewood. I saw some, where they had the guys that was out and he had chopped up some firewood and they was giving that away.
yeah.
And I can't remember that guy's name. I know the guy who Ronnie Mitchell was the guy who was giving away food.
Right.
Who was
Yeah,
putting
I
together
saw
all
that.
those plates,
I
stuff
saw
like
that.
that. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
him
shout
and,
out to Ronnie.
Treese Jones, somebody else who was involved with getting some water and food out to the community. So, the community stood up on that whole situation. That was nice to see.
It really was.
That was nice to see. The only issue that I have with that situation is calling people out on social media when you talk about calling out local officials or city council or mayor and stuff like that.
Because they thought they didn't do anything.
Yeah, and it's hard to say. That's part of their job. So like they did something. You know what I'm saying? They signed
and probably
off on
just
something.
didn't
did
scream
something.
it out on
Right.
social media.
There was a method of taking care of disasters and situations like that before social media. And a lot of those people that are on city council and the mayor, stuff like that, they using those means. Some of them work with churches, some of them work with people in that area, but it's just not on. They don't necessarily put it on social
Right.
media.
Right.
They don't put it on social,
Right.
but that's part of their job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like to call them out as if they did nothing but sit in their warm homes while everybody suffered.
Right.
I don't think that was the situation.
Right.
Matter of fact, I strongly disagree with that one.
Now, I will say this: the fact that when you talk about like Ted Cruz, who his whole situation, what do you think about that? Because okay, so he said that his daughters were like, Dad, well, we're on vacation anyway. We're out of school. Can't we go to Cancun? And he said he just wanted to take his daughters down and drop them off at Cancun. He was coming right back. Why did we make all this fuss about that?
The text messages determined that was a lie.
So Ted Cruz, right?
He needs better friends.
Wow.
Or
Somebody
needs
put
to,
him on blast with that.
They actually can. They have screenshots of the text that was sent out by the wife.
Oh, wow.
And she was basically in your situation. She was like, nigga, I'm cold. You need to get me up out of this situation.
Right.
So, he was trying to help, but it was more about, it looked like his wife
Our
was
family
like,
about to go.
Right. And
Right.
it was like, you got to get us out of this situation. So he
Yeah.
went into, father and dad mode.
Right.
But, you got
Got caught up.
Yeah, you
Hey,
got caught up with
that's what that is. That's what it is. There is no such thing as privacy when you know what I'm saying? It seemed like those people,
He went and got a police escort. Like I said, if you go on,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. He pulled away from government resources in order to get himself and his, his family out to the airport. You could at least, he should have called some private security. I don't know. He wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking at all. And he was just like, I got to hurry up, get them up out of here. And they're not feeling good. And I know as a father and as a husband, I feel the same way. It's like, it's a look on your face when you say, look, this ain't finna work.
Right.
So then I got to go into a mode. It's like, okay, what we got to do to get you back? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
for
for
sure.
him, it's the same thing. He was like, shoot, let me get on this phone, book a flight up out of here. Y'all be in Cancun in 3 hours.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's it. That's what he did. Ramisa said Tina's school called and checked on us, email resources such as warming centers and things. That's good. That's what's up. That's what's up. And there were some churches out there that had used their church as warming centers and things. So like big shout out to them, the churches that did. I know Chris Nettles, he did that with his church. They fed people and all that. Really, the city stepped up.
Yeah.
The city stepped up.
yeah. Yeah. Now, I hope we can step up around voting time. We need to step up at the same time around voting time, because they talking like they want to replace everybody on the city council. That would require a nice number of votes.
Yeah.
Not just our homeboys and not just our friends. We're going to have to get some of the other side too.
Right.
So
Right. Deborah Runda said many churches opened up as morning. We said yes, they did. The ones that are open.
Yeah. Man, my prayers were with Mount Rose over on the south side. Keith Tatum's church.
Yeah.
They pipes busted and stuff over there. They had
wow.
they had some major damage. I know
Yeah.
he was talking about opening up.
Yeah.
And they went to the church and
It was flooded.
yeah, right.
A lot of people had flooded situations. Oh my God. As a lot of people were posting how their pipes burst. Oh my God, thank God we were fortunate that we didn't have that situation. Now, although at one point our hot water, I don't know what it did, if it froze up or something.
It froze up, definitely.
Yeah, that was weird, but thank God that it didn't cause any damage.
What's up with my delivery? She said my delivery. Kitty said my delivery.
Yeah, how you said something about that was a lie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
So Ted had a brain freeze. Apparently so, because he didn't think that through at all.
He went into dad. He went into dad and husband mode, man. And he wasn't thinking that,
Right.
He's a politician.
Yeah,
And,
clearly.
when you're a public servant like that, people say, well, I would have took my kids out of there too. Well, that's why you're not a politician.
Right.
That's why you're not
Right.
involved with city government.
Right.
There's restrictions involved with that. There's a lot of people ask me why I don't get involved with city government, stuff like that. I got to be ready to give up,
That's
certain
true.
liberties.
That's true.
The pay might be great. It's even there's a sense of power there. You're gonna have some power over a certain number of people in a certain land, a certain area, but there's some restrictions that come along with that.
Yeah, like Kitty said, we were all forced to use our survival skills for sure.
Yeah, and she was saying something about making a list. I know we sat down and we was like, okay,
right. What are the things that we're gonna need if this ever happened again? So the City of Arlington Water Company kept updates. Coming and open the main facility for tenants to get water Saturday. Okay, that's good because I know they were on the boil water thing notice. So yeah, that was crazy. And then my understanding is even now in some parts of Arlington, you can't even find if you're trying to get a case of water or something, they are limiting them how much water they can get. So
I think they should because I saw somebody today had like 6 cases of water.
Yeah, see, we be doing too much.
In their basket.
We be doing too much.
So yeah, that's how we do. That's how we do.
Yeah.
Firemen and policemen brave the weather. Yeah. Fire. As I understand, the fire stations had water. And I don't know if they ran out or not. But they supposedly had cases of water. You can go to any fire station and pick up.
Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they you can't be mad at someone else's, better or luxury, Kitty. I get that. But it was just his timing. To me, like the people are suffering. Like you know what I'm saying? If it was just cold and we didn't have no power outage, then more power to him. Go do what you do. That's your vacation, that's your family, that's what you want to do. But the fact that the people, I think he's from Houston. The fact that people in Houston didn't have no power, didn't have, food shortage, water shortage, all kind of stuff going on. And you decide, you know what, hey, bump y'all, I'm out. So it just didn't look good. That's
what a regular civilian person would do, not a politician.
Would do what? What he did?
Yeah, bounce out like that.
Hey.
And it ain't about dropping. They grown. He talking about dropping them off, like he,
right. Drop them off at a
like
daycare.
He taking right, like he taking them somewhere. They can make it. They can go with the mom and they can.
Clearly that was an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Rats run in time of trouble. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. They showed him. They had some pictures and stuff of him. Of course, the next day.
Right.
And he was out and they was delivering some water and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So, he had to come back and do something.
Yeah, damage control.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, speaking of planes that were doing some strange thing that y'all hear about, the airplane that was falling apart mid-air. Now, my understanding is they had to go ahead and pull multiple planes of the same, I don't know if it's a 747 or whatever it is. Anyway, because it was like on fire in the air and pieces of the plane were just falling all over the place. Now that is some scary stuff right there. First of all, to be on the plane and anything is falling off, then what do you do as a passenger? If there are pieces falling off the plane, what do you do as a passenger. Like, you know what I'm saying? You looking, looking at the sky. Ooh, you gonna be there a little, and then parts start falling off. That is some scary stuff. That's some scary stuff. To me, that's like, it's one thing if they catch all that while we're still on the ground or low to the ground or something, but mid-flight?
I ain't even finna lie. I mean, what do you do? Well, it's not a whole lot of places I can go. I don't know. I guess I don't know if they got the parachutes for me to get off or nothing like anything like that. But other than that, I'm just gonna have to make peace because it ain't a whole lot of places I can go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I pray that we make it down. But if not, I'm just gonna have to look over my life and try to find some satisfaction, make peace.
Right? I mean, hey, listen, what can you do? Start praying, be like, okay, God, now I didn't mean to do those things.
Right, I'm gonna run down my forgiveness list.
Yes.
Lord, forgive me for
my God.
Man, I don't know what all I got going on, but whatever it is, I think it was wrong. I'm trying to make my peace or whatever, because this is it.
Right? So Ormisa said, if I was on the plane, I would have had a panic attack. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he definitely
Heart
had a
would have
panic
exploded
attack.
out my chest. Okay, because geez, I wouldn't even want to see that. I wouldn't want to. You know what? I wonder, does the pilot announce, okay, y'all, just everybody be calm. We have a couple of parts that are falling off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What is the pilot saying at this time that's gonna calm everybody down? Because I believe people gonna start getting up running. You know what I'm saying? Where
What
you
they
running?
gonna run to?
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't care if they run or not. I'm sitting down. It ain't no where I'm gonna go.
People finna start running around on this plane because you're panicking. And who can sit still in a panic mode?
Me.
Uh-uh.
I'm on. I could see if it was something different,
Mm-hmm.
but we so many thousand feet in the air. Like, what can I do?
I mean, I don't know.
The most I could
know.
probably do is get on my knees and try to rip out some kind of cold prayer. But as far as running around.
Well, here's the thing, and think about the fact that we want to sit by the exit door because that's the most space. So like, I don't know. I can't even imagine that whole scenario. Like, that's a lot. That is a lot. Ramisi said, don't let the pilot announce it. I'm hollering and trying to knock myself out so I won't be awake when the plane goes down. Oh, my gosh. You want to be unconscious.
I mean, I don't know. That's my last roller coaster ride, so I ain't trying to be unconscious. I'm going to watch it.
Oh, my gosh.
All the way down. I'm going to watch it all the way down. That's the last TV show. That's it.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, the people, they were able to land the plane, and so, it was no deaths or anything.
Excuse my French. I'd have been the shittiest, pissiest nigga. Man, I'd have been, oh my God, crying. I'd have had snot coming out my nose. Anything that was in my body would have been coming out at that time. So if we did live through it, I'm going to need some clean clothes.
Well, luckily we'll have a mask, so we won't even see all that. How about that? Oh my gosh. That is a scary thing to think about now that, if you get on a plane and, it's like so many things are happening, things that you thought you could rely on, and then all of a sudden, you can't. Yeah. Do y'all remember the years ago, they were doing the, what do they call that? The astronauts were going to the moon, and we're sitting there watching it on TV.
Oh, I remember that. Was that the Challenger?
I think it was. And the
who was in school?
did y'all see it or did not see it?
When they did stuff like that, everybody go like,
right.
You gonna watch it in
put
class,
it on TV.
or sometimes you go to the auditorium and everybody watches it.
Right. Oh my God, can you imagine though? Like, so
it's
to
not
be
funny, but
I mean, but we were watching, because everybody's like, yes, we're watching it, and then all of a sudden it was like, it's like,
I was
what?
like, wow. Wait a minute. I was a kid. This is a great moment
That's
for
not funny. It's not funny,
really
but
it's really not. It's really
just
not.
the fact that to sit there and watch mid-air, that it blew up, and I'm like, wow.
Mind you, I'm not laughing at the loss of life.
No.
I'm just
course.
laughing as far as
I
the
mean,
kids,
I get it.
like us,
right, as kids, you're thinking,
it's like,
wow, like.
I mean, everybody was speechless, just fell quiet. Everybody was just like,
Yeah.
It was, yeah, that was
Right. Because we all were like just kind of standing there like, okay, did something happen? Or did they go back? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Trying to really process it. And to me, that it kind of likens as, you know what I'm saying? Planes falling apart and that kind of thing. It's like,
and
yeah. Oh, okay. So Deborah Rundle said that's why there's a delay in broadcasting.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Wow. So
between
you
that
can't
and-
see that in real time anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
So they have time to just cut away.
I mean, they got the same thing in sports because they
Yeah.
be cussing.
Well, okay. So did we didn't see 9/11 happen real life in real
No,
time?
we saw that. That was we saw all of that. That didn't.
Okay.
That didn't. But 9/11 was so orchestrated. We don't know. We don't even know the full ramifications of what happened. We know it was a business deal gone bad. We know that much. As far as Bush and them folks over there. But yeah. I mean, it's more than just a terrorist.
I mean,
act
so
vibe.
many conspiracy theories.
I mean, it
connected.
ain't no conspiracy theory. Them boys, that was big money. And like she just said, because of that was what 15, 20 years after, that.
Right.
So if there was a time delay, but we saw all that. We saw the planes
Right.
hit and
Now,
everything.
Okay, so Deborah Rundle said the 911, the last plane was, I guess I can't remember how that went. Did we know it was happening, or they didn't show us that last plane that went down?
They didn't delay Janet Jackson and Justin. Yeah.
And this is
Saw
true.
that slip.
This is true. So Kitty said, I'm just going to stay close to the ground. Right. 911 was live. I remember it happening and watching it in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. It's that right there, that was
bigger
was
than
horrific.
us. That
Yeah.
was bigger than us. I'm just gonna say that much. That
was horrific.
Yeah, it was very horrific.
And you know what? And even thinking about the fact of like the people that were on the airplane that knew that this was their, you know what I'm saying? You calling your family members and, different things like that, or whatever, whatever it was that they were doing, trying to, talk to somebody or communicate with someone, to let them know I love you or whatever. That was awful.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah. But that was like a war. That was. They were. I can't remember what it is, but it was just much victims than anything. But that was just casualties of the casualties. It was casualties of war,
Right.
and that's what that was.
Right.
Like I said,
Now,
they're
okay,
bad.
so let's think about this. Think about something like that happening. And this whole thing where Texas is on its own electrical grid. I mean, think about anything, wartime. And somebody, all they have to do is what? Go to the power plants and shut them off? And then we don't have no electricity?
Oh, there you go.
What kind of mess? See, why aren't we ready? Why aren't we ready?
Who, Texas?
I know, yeah, right. I mean, I know that's rhetorical, but I'm just saying, why are we still in that position that can even be an option? The people all over, in all these different countries, they watched. Oh, okay, so Texas, you know what I'm saying? They saw us go through that, so now they know what they can do.
Well, that's just the Texas.
I mean, I'm just saying that's just a way to get to us, right?
It's a two-way street with that. Because number one, if I'm a terrorist, I don't want to just take out Texas. That's one state, as opposed to 48 other ones.
I mean, I get it, but they went after New York, right?
If you're gonna go after, you can go after the whole 48. Like if I'm a terrorist, this is my choice as far as America. I can hit Texas, or I can hit all 48 because everybody else they're on the same grid. America is on the same grid.
Okay.
So it's like, which one I want to hit if I'm a terrorist?
Oh, okay.
I don't want to hit Little Texas. If I hit Little Texas, they're gonna come after me, and I'm gonna go down just for hitting Little Texas.
Right,
if
for
I'm gonna hit you,
little Texas.
right.
Right.
If I'm gonna hit you,
Let me go big.
Yeah, New York just as big as Texas, California just as big as Texas, and that's all in one package.
That's true.
And that's some of the reasoning behind Texas. Like we want to be on our own, and anything happen,
Then we still good.
Yeah.
Y'all can all be off,
Yeah.
but we good. Okay.
So that's the way they see it.
Right. Yeah. That's what we were saying, Deborah. As far as Texas being on its a separate grid, because at the end of the day, the thing is that it's not government regulated. It's Texas got its own situation, and so there's it's an up and down, I guess, to it.
Man, that's got to do with natural gas. It's got,
Right. I
it's
mean,
so
it's very, to me, it's political. It sounded like it was
much,
political.
it's financial.
Financial, political, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's financial.
Yeah.
It has to be political in order to get the finances going.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. So, well, I mean, so here we go. And I guess we'll see what happens after they decide who's going to be at fault or whatever. I think they are blaming ERCOT. So.
And who's ERCOT? That's like the governing body, right? As far as energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since when does the government ever suffer any kind of losses or get convicted or anything like that?
Right.
So
Yes,
if it's
indeed.
ERCOT's fault, basically, we're just gonna brush it off. That's basically what happened. We're just gonna brush it off.
Right.
But that don't fall on the person. It just falls on the governing body.
That's true. Teresa said that I have a point. We're one of the largest states in the union. I'm just saying, like, if they come after us, then they like, hey, we got Texas.
We will just be a warning. And even if when you talk about wartime situations, hey, we got Texas, and they keep the other 48.
I mean, I'm just saying.
We're gonna be in
It's
We're gonna be in
gonna be a
trouble.
problem, but
We
still.
just gonna be gone. We're gonna.
Right. I mean,
It's
yeah,
like, you know what?
Wipe
all
Texas
right.
out.
Come get the rest of us then. You can have that. Y'all
We
just
ain't
stay
like
over there.
Texas anyway because they was on their own grid. How about
Man.
that? So, Deborah said, remember 911 included the Pentagon. Yeah. So,
I say business deal gone bad. John Feekins, what's going on with you, man? Make sure y'all like and share this thing out.
yeah. So, all right, y'all. Now, listen, let's talk about this. So, pull up that other one that I had you pull up at the first one I sent you.
Oh,
So,
I didn't get it.
huh? You did? I did. Oh, you didn't pull it up. Okay, so here's the thing. So think about, or should I say, why is it that as a race of people, speaking of African Americans, why do we still have a thing? And if you think about this is real. Why do we still have this thing as far as light skin, dark skin? Why is it that that's still an issue? Because here's the thing. If you think about the fact that, oftentimes they say that, you're acting light skinned, talking about men who are acting light skinned, because what does that mean? That they're considering light skinned men soft, right? If you of the darker complexion, it's about they make it seem like you're a stronger person. You are you just can handle more things. You're tougher. You can fight, or that kind of thing. Why do we as a people still have that? That is what a slave mentality. That's what that is. Do you agree? You don't. Well, I mean, now why? Because the light-skinned people were the ones that they had them in the house. The darker complected people. Where were they at? Where were we at, darker skinned people? We were in the field because they felt like, the darker complected people were going to get, more done, more work done. You're not able to pull it up? That's fine, Ken. That's fine. And so, at the end of the day, just think about it. We still have, as a race of people, we have a problem within our race. And you try to think that you're not prejudiced. We are even within our race. We are prejudiced.
Kitty put up the eyes.
Here's the thing: the closer you are to white, they kind of make it seem like it's a better thing, right? Like the curly, the nicer your hair is, nice and curly and fine, or what I'm saying, good hair, it's better. That's what people think. Who doesn't say, oh man, they got some pretty hair.
That's true. I mean, good hair.
Right.
And I think what was that? Chris Rock made that documentary about that.
Yeah.
Which good hair was always the curly hair or the straight hair.
Right.
If it was nappy, it was bad hair.
Right. What was that movie? The one
You talking about school days?
School days. I mean, just think about it. That was, that's really how we think. We try to think we don't, but we do. It's really in our DNA.
Yeah.
I remember after King was born, my family congested me that he has fair skin. His ears were the first thing they checked. Yeah. So, I mean, if you think about it, congratulated you. Okay. I was like, congested? I didn't get it. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, though, I think most people, even within our own race, it's, that's just how we think. Oftentimes, men want to, be with the lighter skinned chicks. I mean, back in the day, that's definitely what it was. Throw fair skin and biracial in the mix, yeah, and it's tough. That's it. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, if you have a drop of, African American in you, you're black, right? So now you're in the black race, but you're light skinned. So, it's okay. It was okay for you to be in the house because you were light skinned. Didn't draw a whole lot of attention. So
that's what get you. That's what got the soft thing. I think that's what he said. That's where the light skin get the whole the soft thing from.
Yeah, that's where they say you acting light skinned for men. If you acting light skinned, that's what I'm saying, you being soft and weak, and what I'm saying. That's what they is synonymous for the lighter skin.
That hurts my feelings, man, because that just kills my little light skin, dark skin jokes. And I don't even mean it to be mean or nothing like that. But I'm quick to say that too. I'll be like, man, you acting real light skin right now.
See.
But but you have to not think about what you mean. You have to think about what it means to somebody else when you say it.
Right.
So.
Right, for sure. And I think that at the end of the day, that's the thing, is we don't even consider that, and we definitely don't want someone of another race to be, making note of that. But we do that within our own race, is that we, make that comparison, to make it seem like being dark skinned is a bad thing. They say that skin lightening formulas and medicines and things like that is very big in Africa. Like, that's the number one selling thing in Africa and Jamaica is skin lightening formulas. So everybody's trying to lighten up. I mean, I'm just saying. And I know from even when we were growing up, I know of a couple of people that used what was that thing that used to be prevalent?
Let's go ahead and check it out.
Oh, okay, good. It's a little long, so we're not gonna.
Good. My name is Charity Cross. So yeah, I know you love all black girls, but you kind of just prefer that light skin John with the good hair popping, right? True. And ladies, ain't nothing wrong with little Michael Ealy, right? Girl, that nigga got blue eyes. Well, actually, there's a lot wrong with that, and I'm about to tell you how even you have allowed the colonizers to oppress you and make you hate yourself. We live in a world where the closer you are to whiteness, the more beautiful it's believed that you are. So yeah, I know you think it's just your own personal taste that makes you attracted to the light skins, but actually it's because you were systemically brainwashed to hate African features. The perm was invented in 1913 by Garrett Morgan. Innovators like Madam C.J. Walker became insanely rich from this chemical straightener used to make African hair more presentable, i.e. make it more like white people's. Since then, perms and weaves and wigs have been used virtually as a means of survival for black people that are consistently pressured by the white-dominated beauty industry to meet standards that are not natural for people of African descent. But forget all that. This don't got nothing to do with you. You woke, you popping, you don't even like light-skinned niggas. They weak as hell, right? You want you a strong, rough-neck, chocolate nigga that'll hold you down, right? Well, you, my sister, are brainwashed. As you probably know, during the times of slavery, the lighter-skinned black people were allowed to stay in the house and do less strenuous work than the darker-skinned laborers of the field. Because their phenotypic appearance more closely resembled that of white people, they were allotted more privileges than their darker-skinned counterparts. Since the lighter-skinned Negroes have historically had it easier in our culture, we began to attribute traits of softness and weakness to them. And as woke as we think we are right now, we still make jokes about acting light-skinned, showing our perpetual hate for ourselves due to white dominance. So yeah, if you like light skin and dark skin, but you still just make light skin jokes from time to time, then even you are still suffering from an oppressive mental condition that sparked when your family was considered cattle. Anyway, you know what?
All right. Yeah, we didn't want to play that whole thing, but we just wanted y'all to, get a feel for what we're talking about. So I do want to, we have the phone lines open today, and I would like to ask if anybody has had any, have you ever experienced any issues, with, or should I say maybe a prejudice, with your skin color? I will say that when I was in college, so I'm sitting in class in college, and I think that, sometimes the professors, they just say things. They don't even care. They don't even think about who's in, who's in their class or whatever that kind of thing is. So I'm sitting in class. I am the only black person in class. And so the professor, he says, he's like, he starts saying, some things, and he says, not Negro, not African American, but he straight up says the Igger word. I hate to even say that because I don't know. But yes, he uses that word. And you know what? And so me being the only, African American in the class, now I sit there and everybody's turning around looking at me. It's like, as if they knew.
You was from the old school though. They not finna allow that nowadays. Somebody gonna get fired.
That's true. And you know what? So here's the thing. So everybody turns around and they're looking at me, and I don't know. I just wanted to get up and walk out the class. So now
I would've did just that.
Yeah. So class is over, and I go home and I tell my mom and my stepdad, hey, this is what happened. Now back in the day, it was different. You just like somebody gonna have to apologize, so that's my mom then went to the dean of the school, and they were like, look, he gonna have to apologize. And he did. He apologized. It was a weak apology. You can tell he wasn't sincere about it. I didn't go back to that class, needless to say.
Still nigga. That's
yeah,
what he was saying.
exactly. He probably didn't even see why. Why was that even a problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just being himself is what he did. So that was the worst. That was a very rough time for me. Being, a young woman, I felt like, wow, I don't believe this happened. That's the way I felt.
So I guess how light skins feel when people make fun of light skinned kids, or how dark skins feel when people make fun of dark skinned kids.
Yeah.
I never really gave it any thought that maybe light skinned people got made fun of. I thought that light skin was good to go. If you was
that you ain't even got no issues.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that you was so accepted that
right.
it wouldn't even matter if somebody talked about you or whatever,
right.
because you was socially accepted.
Right.
So I only saw it from my vantage point of view. And it was like, oh, I'm dark skinned. They calling me black. They calling me jigaboo.
Right.
They calling me all of this. Oh, it was all. I mean, all kind of stuff. So. But
so John Vega said he's light skinned and he absolutely loved dark skin. Yeah, I mean,
it's usually that, right?
It is. It usually is. It usually is that. So, has anybody had anything that they would like to share? Have you gone through something anybody would like to call in? What's our call-in number?
817-232-3735. Can I put it up real quick?
817 or 682?
I'm sorry, 682. You're gonna be calling somebody else. 682-232-3735. Teresa Michelle, thank you for watching. Joshua Hall, thank you for watching. Lex Hamilton over here. LaFreya, she's over here too. So over here on my page, man, I wasn't supposed to be going this long.
Let's see. Deborah said, I have 2 daughters, one light and one darker like her husband. I had to explain to both what's the rest of that saying? I don't know. Lex said, sadly, I experienced it. Yeah.
She said she had to explain to both what the world thinks is not what they should allow themselves to believe. Both had issues.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Everybody in my family was light skinned. I was the only dark skinned one in my family. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think you had the same thing, right? Your son.
Well, right, and so my son, he felt like, okay, what happened with me? Like, You know, and that's, you know, when within your family, that makes it hard because you feel like, how is it that I came out different from everybody else? So, you know, it's real special that that's even something that kids have to go through, or, you know what I'm saying, adults, you know, the fact that we you know, have to deal with that.
You spend a lot of time in the mirror when you go through stuff like that.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time in the mirror just wondering why.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it hurts. You have to get past it. I don't know. For me, it just made me a stronger person.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, I don't know if it did mess me up. I guess it did have an effect on me, but
right. And then, but you know, then once Tyrese came out singing on the Coca-Cola commercial.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
He made it out. Yeah, Jordan.
Between Jordan, Tyrese singing and Tupac rapping,
y'all was good.
To go.
Yeah, y'all was good then.
You could be black and bald at that point. So.
Right, because then, you know, I mean, before that we had Shalimar and you know, all the light skin groups or whatever. So
all the light skin. Prince, Apollonia, I'll be sure. I knew them all.
Man,
because I hated them all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Lex said that she experienced that. She said, "Oh, Freya said I still feel it." Really, Freya. So under, you know, what guys? I mean, it seemed like now that, I don't know. It seems I think it's more even keel. Are you
closer to even keel?
Yeah.
Because you have support groups. You have support nowadays. It wasn't really a lot. I mean, of course, you didn't have your Facebooks and stuff like that.
Right.
But, you know, now you have ways of coping with it and building yourself up.
Right.
To, you know, even with her saying she feeling, I'm not demeaning anything about her saying she feel it and
right.
like that. But you got to feel okay about it to even get on social media, to get on a podcast, to get in front of a camera.
Right.
You know. So.
Right, Freya. If you feel it, honey, you work it, because you do your thing. Like, you don't allow that to keep you from being, you know, we see you, honey. We see you in your interviews and on your lives and things like that. So
don't strike me as
we don't see anything, you know, that as far as you having some type of complex about it. It looks like you're carrying it, you working it well. Deborah Rundle said Switch. Yeah, the singing group Switch. Right. They was that's it.
Yep.
That was so back in the day. So yeah. I mean,
and I'm not gonna say, Freya, that you hide it well. I'm gonna say that you I guess you say carry it well.
Yeah,
or
she's
address it well.
Right. She, you know, portrays herself as a strong woman, and if anything, someone would be intimidated by that. But she said it doesn't bother me. I love my dark skin. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that, you know, I've always felt like in the middle, like I say I'm caramel, but I would, you know, say, well, maybe I need to be light skinned. I would tell my husband that maybe I need to be light skinned, you know. So he's like, what? But, you know, it's just always a complex. I mean, I think as, you know, when you're growing up and you go through stuff like that, then you feel like, you know, maybe I need to have this or be that or do this. And, you know, the thing is like, you know, they were saying on that thing, you would see where the man says that during slave time, they would, the white men, they would like love to be with the black women, the African American women, because of their features, you know, and it's always, you know, because they have the big lips, hips, butt, you know, all that, and they love that, but that's got to be hidden, you know what I'm saying? That's got to be in the dark somewhere. And so that's why the white women try to get it now, you know what I'm saying?
And you'll never get it. It's about the taboo. It don't matter if they get it, because a lot of it was about the taboo of them, you know, getting away with it or whatever the case.
Exactly.
So it don't matter if the white woman got it or not.
Right.
Because you the white,
it's not the
and
same.
I ain't getting away with it.
Exactly.
So
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Right there.
Yeah.
So anyway, so listen, y'all, let's so here's something, let's talk about this. So this was a discussion that Johnny and I had, and we had to agree to disagree. So who of you, I don't know if those of you who may know who Dave Ramsey is. Dave Ramsey, he's a financial expert, a guru, as far as helping people to invest and save, and he gives the advice as far as what you should do with your money when you're going to retire and to grow your wealth and that kind of thing. So Dave Ramsey says, for all of y'all out there waiting on that $600 check, he said, first of all, that he did not believe in the stimulus check. He said he did not believe in it. He said if you are waiting on that stimulus check and you need it, he said you already got a problem. It's already a problem.
Because she put it in a bad context. So the context
that's what the man said. He said
horrid.
If you waiting on that $600 stimulus check, that you already got a problem. You got bigger problems than the $600 stimulus check. And so he didn't believe in the stimulus check. So my thing is this. Okay, Dave Ramsey. Yes, people are waiting on the stimulus check. People would like to have their $600 or whatever. Yes. I don't think that means that, they already, people just want their money. If we supposed to get it, send it to us. Because at the end of the day, we're going to be paying taxes later anyway. But for him to, sounds to me, as a privileged, rich white man, I'm sorry, then for you to sit up and say, I don't believe in stimulus checks. If you need that stimulus check, you already got a problem. It's people waiting on it because they got to pay a bill that they maybe, people lost jobs. Come on now. Yeah, he believe in us buying his books. Exactly. That's how he got plenty of money. He don't need no $600 stimulus check. Probably because he wasn't getting it anyway. But I think for him to say that I don't believe in the stimulus check, and if you need a $600 check, you already got a problem. I think that is some privileged rhetoric, for sure. That's privilege. I mean, come on now. It's people out here who have nothing and they're waiting on that. And yeah, it may not change your life, but it's going to help you get to, from point A to point B or whatever.
Look,
right?
First of all, he was not saying he didn't necessarily believe in stimulus checks. He didn't believe in this stimulus check situation that's going on right now. And what he was saying is, if you need that stimulus check this bad, then that stimulus check, yeah, it's going to help you for a month, but you're going to be right back in that situation. It's not going to help you out of what. If you broke and you get the stimulus check, you're going to still be broke. If you rich and you get the stimulus check, you're going to still be rich. That stimulus check ain't about to change nobody's life. It's not going to. It might extend the heat for 30 days. It might keep your car from getting. I mean, that's fine, but the 31st day, the car gone.
Whatever. Then I'm going to try to figure out something else to get through.
Well, you might as well start now. Why delay it 30 days?
For you to be for him to be saying, you know what, listen, I don't believe in no stimulus check because if you need it, you already got a problem. Well, sir, everybody don't have $200 million like you do because you're getting money from people that, listen, some of these people might be trying to buy one of your books with their $600 stimulus check. I mean, I'm just saying, to me, that was very, very privileged of him. That was some rich people rhetoric, and I get it that he feels like it's political. Okay, it is. Guess what? People still need their money. I don't care. People lost jobs. 2020 was a pandemic. There was a lot of job loss. People, in situations. People don't have, they might be a situation where they, needed to pay a car note or whatever. Right. He called people idiots. Yeah, he do. He talks real crazy to folks.
He did not call people idiots in this situation.
Not in this situation, but she's saying that he does. Yes, he does. And poor shaming people. Yes.
That is not poor shaming. And I'm like, I don't even have no money. I don't have money. But it's like, I understand what he is saying as far as that stimulus check go. We need a real stimulus. These stimulus checks are not stimulus. They ain't stimulate nothing. All they stimulated was conversation. But as far as stimulating the economy, you need something that's going to pull people out of their situation. It's people that are in poverty, and that stimulus check didn't do nothing but extend it, and they're going to come right back to poverty. You might get to ball out and buy some clothes. You might get to ball out, because that's what a lot of people did with that money. Buy some clothes. You might ball out and get you some food, whatever the case, but that is not going to get you out of poverty. We got to get some jobs to these people. Like we was talking about when I said the stimulus check, it ought to be a monthly thing. It ought to be something that you
I
get
mean, I'm
monthly
sure
for like
everybody
a
would
year.
agree with that.
And I think
that it
Dave
should be.
Ramsey would agree with that part, because that is how you stimulated the economy. That is how you get somebody out of poverty. But 30 days to extend you, that little $1,000, whatever the case, that ain't gonna do no take care of maybe a month's worth
We
of utilities.
totally agree on that. That was not enough. It was not enough money. And then for them to give it to us early in the year and then come back a whole another year later and say, no, just half of that. I mean, it sucked that they did that.
Ain't no
But
stimulus.
the fact is that if you need a stimulus check, then guess what? Just because I don't have, $20 million sitting around like you do, Dave Ramsey, you don't be sitting up saying, I don't believe in stimulus checks.
He didn't believe in
Stop
stimulus
it.
checks in that situation.
No,
Man,
he
that's
said
$600.
he said I don't believe in stimulus checks because they were like, well, what do you think about it? He was like, I don't believe in stimulus checks.
Man, y'all have to go look at the conversation. You have to look at the conversation. You have to look at the context of the whole conversation. It definitely wasn't what my wife is making it look out to be.
What?
Look like it's being. I mean,
Dave
people love
Ramsey,
to take
listen.
words. People love to take words and put it in their own type of context. But it's like,
Okay, he said if you really believe 600 is going to change your life, you're an idiot. He said that on February 11th. You see no lies. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing. It's not about changing your life. The $600, people need that. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, don't call it a stimulus check because it ain't stimulating nothing.
I mean, I think as far as getting caught up in what they call it, people don't care if you call it a welfare check. They just want it.
Man.
Like, regardless, people need it. It's people out here who real life lost jobs.
And I get that. And they weren't going to get it back just because they got a stimulus check.
I mean, but I'm saying, if you have no job, no money, send me my $600. I'm waiting on it.
And you can have it. And you can have it. They got it. Everybody got it. By now, it's all spent, and people right back broke where they was before the stimulus check.
No, they still got a few more days because it ain't been 30
you
days.
can say what you want to say. It don't
But
take no time
but
to
still,
spend
at
that
the end of the
$600.
day,
Because the
I
thing about it, if
believe-
you're in poverty, you got bills. So that's $600. So you ain't even. Some people not even gonna ball out with it because guess what? They're gonna have to pay back.
Nobody
bills.
wants to ball out on $600.
All depending on the
People trying to
demographic.
do something with you know what I'm saying, help their situation a little
Man,
bit.
Please, I wish if I was
Until-
30
you
and
know
under,
what?
if I was 30 and under, and I got me a stimulus. My son, he's 18. If he got a stimulus check, do you think what would that stimulate? His Jordan collection.
Well, but he don't have no bills.
Exactly. That's what
But I'm saying there's people with bills out there gonna be paying
I
bills.
think 30 and under, if they got a free $600, man, I'm gonna give me an outfit.
Probably if you living with your folks, they probably take
I'm
it
gonna
from
give
you,
me an
and so we
outfit.
gonna pay a whole month of rent.
Man, everybody not like your family.
Okay,
Everybody
car
don't do
payment
that.
get paid, rent, insurance get paid. Right, exactly.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Get paid how many times?
I mean,
Once.
depends.
Once.
$600 can pay a couple months of
Of what?
insurance, car note. Come on now.
One car note. Maybe two car notes. Maybe two. This pandemic has been going on for over a year. They've only given you enough money
I mean,
to make
right.
it.
We're not saying the government did it right. It was not done right. But for him to say that I don't believe in stimulus checks, that
No.
is
For him to
privileged
say,
rhetoric.
if you think $600 is gonna change your life, you're an idiot. That's fact. That's straight fact.
And see, but here's the thing. Nobody was saying change my life. They said help. Listen, I don't have no job right now. People, real life, lost jobs.
So did he say he didn't believe in help?
No, he said that he didn't believe in stimulus checks.
Exactly. But he said he did believe in help. Before that, he actually said that, right? We can go back and look at it.
We're going to have to go back and look
Right.
at it.
Because it wasn't that he didn't believe in help. He didn't believe in that kind of help. What did he say that was? Political what? Rhetoric.
Right. And I mean, regardless, people were trying to use it to, you know what I'm saying,
I understand.
boost up. But listen, Trump was trying to give people $2,000. That didn't help him win. I mean, I'm just saying, like, regardless of what
That's apples and
the
oranges
fact
right there.
is, that did not keep people from needing the money this year and last year. People needed it.
And he didn't say nothing about they didn't need the money. He said they didn't need that stimulus check. He said that stimulus check situation is political rhetoric. And that's exactly what it is political rhetoric, because you don't know what's in that Pandora's box. People are willing to do whatever for that $600. Some people are taking, these COVID shots or whatever. And hey, not against none of you folks that took it. But some people are willing to take that for what? That $2,000. You put that $2,000 on the table, they're willing to take those shots. It's a lot of hoops that we're willing to jump through just to get that little piece of money that is not going to change our lives.
Well, like Freya said, she sees both perspectives. I mean, at the end of the day, I just think for him to say that, you know, he didn't believe in, you know, you say that when you sitting up on, you know, a few $100 million or whatever.
He believes in another kind of help. That's all that is.
So
he believes in another kind of help.
He should be trying to make suggestions to them. You're a financial expert. Somebody's going to listen to you. Instead of you just sitting them, I don't believe in stimulus checks. Make a suggestion.
I don't listen to him, but after hearing what he said right there, I might have to fool around and catch an episode or two. Because that wasn't nothing but the cold hard truth. He's, you know who he is? He's the Kevin Samuels of finance.
Oh, okay.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
He don't give it to you straight and raw, whether you want it or not.
I mean,
and it's all opinion. It's all even though people take it as law, it's still his opinion. It's just his opinion.
For sure that. All right, okay, y'all. You know, like I said, we have to agree to disagree on that subject. That's just where we are. That's how we feel about it. So anyway, listen, y'all, that is another one in the books. Tomorrow night is Tuesday. We have Tuesday night.
Wine with Wicks.
And it is at 2405 South Collins. Please, if you can come out, y'all come on out and check us out, because I'm your girl KJ, the MC, DJ Johnny Judah on the ones and twos, and you know, we have some artists, some great local artists that are going to be performing, and then we have some real good adult conversation. Listen, these conversations be getting real heated. And I'm saying to the point where he say this and she said that, and you know, and so that's where we are, and it's some real good stuff. So if you can come on out, again, it's 2405 South Collins, Wine at Wick on Tuesday nights, and it starts at 8:30. All right, there we go. All right, y'all. We sure appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for participating. And we will see y'all next Monday, same jazz time.
Same jazz time.
All right, y'all. Be blessed.